99.3 Nigeria Info, coming to you live from Victoria Island here in Lagos. My name is Emmanuel Onwuka, and I will be your pilot today, taking you through all of the numerous shows that we have planned for you this wonderful Saturday morning. Of course, we begin here with Relationship 360 with Barrister Lumide. He's right here with me, and then we move on to the Discuss with Jimmy Disu, which comes to you at 9 o'clock, and Travel and Culture by 10 a.m., bringing you once lots of interesting destination. A very interesting destination for you today. You should tune in by 10 o'clock because we're going to a wonderful place, I can assure you that. By 11, we have the Portal brought to you by Lagos State Employment Trust Fund and Nigeria Core FM, a collaboration that reaches out to entrepreneurs, startup founders in Lagos, and helps them navigate all of the uncertainties that comes with founding and building a startup in Nigeria. And yes, by 11:30 we have some music where we just have a great time to wrap up the Saturday morning show. By 12 noon, you have Femi and the gang coming here with all of the sports updates and keep you informed for the rest of the day. But we quickly want to get into Relationship 360. Barisa is here, is inching to tell you something. Is in that mood. If you're a very big fan of the show, you've been here before, of course, you know when Barisa is in the mood. And he seems to be in that mood this morning. Barisa, good morning. How are you doing today?
Good morning. Good to see you again.
Good to see you
also
too.
in
Yes.
white.
You just had to say it, Abby.
It's our work. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for tuning in once again, all around the world, to Relationship 360 this morning. I really appreciate. Today, I will delve straight into the matter. We continue with our discussion on marriage and character traits to avoid while making a choice for a spouse. Now, since the beginning of time, there has been the issue of tribe as a fundamental requirement for marriage. The idea mainly had been that people from a particular tribe will continue to marry and reproduce within themselves for the growth of the tribe. However, this never really had any consequence for the wealthy and their leaders who had always had children that marry from foreign lands. But it will be against culture for commoners to bring in foreigners. So you have princes marrying from another country, but commoners will not do so. It was an imbalance. Religion took over from tradition, where religion got more grounds with the expansion of Christianity all around the world, and it became worse as you were forbidden to marry those that were referred to as heathens. Heathens were those that did not follow the Christian or popular religion. So it was a thing, an abomination, something that was socially unacceptable for you to marry a heathen. A heathen simply is someone who did not believe in your religion or does not practice your religion. As it grew, once again, the children of the aristocrats and the wealthy, the royal class, were also able to marry from strange lands. When you check the Bible, even from King Ahab downwards to David and Solomon especially, married people with strange idols and made them queen. This again did not apply to the wealthy and the royal families. The imbalance that started with tradition continued into religion. However, it is clear now that marriage, that is a successful marriage, has never been a result of religion culture, or tradition. It has always been about the character of the person that you are getting married to. It has always been about character. The success of your marriage depends on the character combination of the personalities involved. That is a fact, that is a truth, and that is everlasting. No matter how much your religion preaches, a successful marriage is not the function of religion. No matter how much your culture and tradition cries, it has never been about tradition. Tradition, culture is not temperament. There are witches in every location, in every local government, there are armed robbers, there are ritualists, there are cultists in every civilization. So it is not that there is a particular tribe that the water that flows in their streams make marriages work, or their crop or vegetation. Oh, they have this special fruit. If you taste this fruit that only grows in the east, or in the north, or in the south, your marriage will work. It has never been like that. So today we continue on the character traits that you should not marry. Last week, let me retract a little. And so over time, for those that are listening for the first time, over time I found through a compilation of case study and in comparison with state statistics, that failed marriages were mainly about people who married another, who got married to spouses that had either one or a combination of these 7 character traits. I had dealt with pride last week, and today I would move on to the liar and malicious. Today is the last Saturday, so we ought to even do questions and answers.
Exactly. We're meant to do questions and answers today.
I just want to get
Maybe
done
you take a little
with
bit.
Yes, I'll take a little of this. I was supposed to do the liar and the malicious. That is those who date liars and those who are married to malicious people. I want to see if I can quickly touch those two before opening the phone lines for you to call. Now, when you are dating, now these character traits come from dating a person. For those of you that marry men and women that you did not date, you did not really go out with, you did not know their character, you married them because somebody introduced them to you, or you married them because your pastor, your religious organization, your traditional organization. I was with someone who told me that the family married for him. In a modern day and age, with all that we know, I did not understand whether you were incapable as a man to pick who, or a woman to pick who you want to marry. But I heard that the families marry for their children.
Maybe he was not able to make a choice or a decision.
He was even young. He was. They said the family had married for him while he was 12 because he was an only son, and they thought if anything had happened to him before, so they should just quickly marry. So at 12 years old, they had married. But in the tradition, anyone who is mature in the family can help him reproduce. Don't even ask me. I was as confused as you. Yeah, from the eastern part of the country. So let me move today with one of the character traits called the liar. Those of you who are married to people who lie, or this would be an advantage to those of you who are dating and you found out that this person, he lies, she lies. Now, to understand a liar, we must first know what a lie or what a lie is. The dictionary defines a lie as an untrue statement with the intent to deceive. That is, to create a false or misleading impression and expect the person to believe. A liar, therefore, is a person who tells lies, and his intention is to cause the belief in the truth of a statement that he believes and knows to be false. So the intention of a lie is to deceive, and communicating lies is called lying. So if your intention was to deceive, the first thing we would now understand is that you cannot mistakenly tell a lie, because you already know that it is not true. But you want the person who you are telling to believe that it is true. The speaker knows that it is not true, so you cannot unknowingly tell a lie. A lie is an intentionally false statement. The word liar is a noun, which means that it is a person from definition. A noun is the name of any person, place, or thing. Synonyms of a lie or a liar include cheat, deceiver, trickster. Now, there are two major kinds of liars. Now, you have the pathological liar and you have the manipulative liar. The pathological liar is someone who lies for no reason at all. He lies because he can lie. He is not under any pressure to lie. He is not in trouble that he needs a lie to get out of. He just lies for no reason. The manipulative liar is that person who lies to get what they want and do so with little awareness of guilt. The issue about liars and lying is that some people create a story about themselves to get into relationships. They lie about a lot of things they are insecure about to make themselves more appealing to you. So they create a lie. They lie about their educational background. They lie about their family background. They lie about their job to become relevant. There is this thing about finding out about the person you are dating. You check their stories, especially those that tell you they don't have friends. A lot of them know they just don't want you to meet the people who can tell you the truth about them. The truth about liars is this, and lying. If they know that if you knew the truth about them, you will not marry them or be in a relationship with them. So they lie. So the opposite of lie is truth. Knowing that if you know the truth, you will not be in a relationship with them. It is very important. Please hold on to that statement. If you know the truth, they know that if you get to know the truth about them, you will not marry or you will not be in that relationship. So they deceive you. Now, a lie needs another lie to sustain, and that lie needs another lie to sustain. So a lie becomes multiple. You can't say one lie. You need another lie to validate that one lie, if you know what I'm talking about. Once you catch someone who you are in a relationship with in repeated lies, it is best to leave the relationship, because you cannot marry someone you do not trust the words that they say. Once trust is lost, then all is lost. I have over time seen people who got to know the truth about the person they are dating and still continued. They tell Emmanuel, you tell someone you catch in a lie or in repeated lies, and you keep telling him, promise me you will not lie to me again. How can you tell a liar to promise you that he will not lie to you again after catching him in repeated lies? It means you actually want those lies. Because if you continue to tell a liar to promise you everything he says is a lie, over 60%, 50% of what they tell you are lies, and you keep catching them, you know there's something off about what he said. It does not make sense.
What if the person is giving the other person an opportunity to change?
An opportunity to change. You see, you give people, your job is not to change people. If he changes, it is for his own good. Now, this is it. Who wants the liar to change? Is it the liar himself or the person that is in love with the liar?
The person in love with the liar.
So the liar, who owns the property of lies, has not changed, is not changing, but you love him or love her to the extent that you use your life as a social experiment to see if a liar will become truthful. That is not an experiment I am not willing to participate in, because I am using my life, putting my life on the line for someone who tells lies for a living. A liar is not a switch you turn off and on. A liar is simply a person who tells lies. You need to understand that it is not a request to be honored, but it is a trait in a person. Sociologists now believe that the pathological liar is a symptom of various personality disorders, including antisocial, narcissistic, and such conditions that are borderline personality disorders. Lying is now identified as a mental illness, something of a mind defect. As we know, people that are not trustworthy cannot be saddled with the responsibility of marriage and raising children. So when you see a liar, you run. I was in a session with a woman who was talking about her marriage. She had married an engineer who worked in a bank. He lost his job when a bigger bank acquired their bank. And then she wondered about his sudden reclusion, the passive attitude towards getting another job. So the responsibility of the house now became solely on her. It became a huge burden on her, and one day she now decided this thing has caused fight. Go and look for work. Why? You say he has looked for work. So she now took his CV, printed it, and started going around. Not long after that, her uncle relocated from the UK down to Nigeria and opened an engineering company in Ikorodu. So immediately she heard it. She called her uncle and said, your son is looking for a job, but you know he's an engineer and all that. And he said, no problem, now send the CV. So let him come. You know, it was already a done deal. So he was invited, her husband was invited for an interview. And that day, the uncle called her again and asked her that, you said he's an engineer. That which university did he go to? She didn't really know. So she said, he's with you now, that it is, you know, she should check that he was working in a bank before as an engineer and all this. The uncle said, okay, no problem. And then later that day, the husband came back and did not say anything. You know, she was waiting that, he didn't say anything. Till night, till he slept, till the following morning. You know, the girl, after being restless, now said, what kind of, you went on an errand, you didn't even tell us what happened. And the husband was saying, he doesn't understand this, your uncle is as if he wants somebody with Oxford degree, a degree from Oxford University. She now called the uncle that, what happened now? Uncle Kilo Shele. The uncle now said, this your husband is not an engineer. That the interview was just a formality. He already had the job because he's your husband. But they gave him just very simple questions that he could not answer. And I called you to ask you what university he went to. She didn't know. Immediately she called the phone and now said, come, which university did you go to? She had it. So that day, a big fight, you know, she lost it. That, why didn't you get this job? It was later, the husband now held her and said, actually, I did not go to the university. I dropped out when I was in SS1 and I started selling building materials. That is why they call me engineer. Because he was selling building
So it
materials.
was not a professional name, it was a nickname.
So how did you get the job in the bank? My uncle was the director, and so when a bigger bank came, they would fire unqualified staff, and that was it. The wife sat down with 2 degrees. She married someone who was an engineer, but she did not know that.
Because she lied. Because he lied, not because
he lied. But how can you marry someone without knowing the university that he went to?
That's sad.
How would you not know because he will cover up. Every time he will cover up. Now she found out his true. Okay, we are going on a break.
Yes, Lagos, we're going on the break, but we're still here on 99.3 Nigeria Info. This is Relationship 360. Don't go nowhere.
More conversation, more talk, more right after this.
On 99.3 Nigeria Info.
We're back here on 99.3 Nigeria Info. This is Relationship 360 on the Saturday morning show. And yes, Barrister Lumide is right here with us. And we're speaking about lies and how you can change people who are, how do we call them now?
Liars now.
No. This lying, it seems like it has grade.
Oh, pathological and manipulative liars. So we were talking, myself and Emmanuel, and he was saying, why wouldn't she know? Why? Because she met him working in a bank. So, as a big boy, you just assume that he had all his education intact.
Exactly.
But that is not always what it seems. Now, people lie, and across statistics found that there are 3 major lies people tell. Number 1, their job, their educational background. Let me say educational background. Number 2, virginity. Number 3, age. And then wealth, their status. Virginity is a very funny and tricky. It's not even funny. It is not even tricky. I think it is foolish. Where men marry women because they are virgins. You say, she's a virgin. And I'm wondering if virginity is character. So virginity means what? Simply means a woman who has not had sex before. Simple. Some people are not even virgins by choice because nobody would approach them because of their character. I know a woman where we used to live in Victoria Island that time, Bishop Oluwole at Babbage Towers. There was a woman there. She was single from beginning to in the morning. She was so toxic that her drivers at times would start to work and would not complete the month. As in, they just dropped the keys because she was no man. And they kept, abusing her that nobody, no wonder, no man would, because she was very toxic. So some people are virgins not even because of the situation, but because of their character.
But they say there's always somebody for somebody.
And now,
And
go and marry Anna. Be that somebody for somebody.
Wow.
Yeah, be the somebody now. There's always somebody for it. Accounts for why so many things are failing. Now, the issue about virginity, you would see someone and you say, she's a virgin. Okay, and I say, okay, and that just, no, as if virginity is a character. So if I say, so what's a character like? Oh, she's a virgin. Is virginity a character trait? Virginity simply means she has not had intercourse. The second definition of virginity means naive, unused. So, ladies and gentlemen, especially men that run up and down saying they want virgins, so they go and start marrying from secondary school. or they lose their you go to the village that's why some people say, no, I want to go to the village because the women in Lagos have all been used. Ladies and gentlemen, I would use another description. This is no disrespect to any virgin out there, but I am telling you categorically that because a person is a virgin does not mean good character. And a lot of times, people that marry said, oh, they are virgins. It was after marriage, that honeymoon night, that they discovered that it was a lie. In fact, just last week, sorry, what's today's date? 24th, was it? Okay. 24th was last week. Now it's less than 7. Today's 30th. 24th, I had a gentleman who married for virginity. And after that, found that she was not. And he's been so down, as if he lost a lottery. And I said, so what exactly does virgin? That is when they know that is what you are looking for, they will feed you the lies. And a lot of people have used that lie. Okay, virginity exists for only one night. After that night, listen, you are going to be married forever. That is what we're going to marry for. So 30 more years, 40, 50 years, and you are basing that on the validity of one night, because virginity exists just for one night. It is character that will sustain, not virginity, because that virginity goes on the honeymoon. That is the end of it.
But in a society right now where we have, where things, sex is very easy to come by, it's very easy to give, it's very easy to get, so to speak. Don't you see that virginity, woman
It's
keeping
not
it,
virtue.
even men and
Virginity is
men
not
and
virtue.
women keeping it? Don't you think
Virginity
that a
is not
strong
virtue.
character trait of them being able to
See,
not be like everyone else?
I don't sleep with, the first time Olumide, was sexually intimate with a woman, I was almost 30, I was 25.
Don't you show that you had strong character?
No,
strong
it did not
discipline?
show that I had strong character. It did not show anything. I was just indoctrinated. That was all.
So not self-control, nothing.
I'm not the person to jump from one woman to the other. But it was not as serious as I thought. It was not as serious as I thought. I thought that would make me, number one, get quick answers to prayers. I thought that would help me marry well. That the fact that I was a virgin, I had done my part, God will do his part and give me a good woman. That woman I met beat me up. I told you how I was beaten by a woman in Sabo. I have mentioned it. Slapped at Sabo Market. I was thinking that a lot of things would be based on if I was a virgin. It was wrong doctrine. And the one that were not virgins were marrying the better women. So listen, after that night, where virginity now goes, the honeymoon night, what remains? Isn't it the person's character that you will now see? Do you know how many people have returned virgins because of character? That is, after marriage, they now return them. That no, I cannot do. Do you know how many marriages have broken up? And the only thing the woman said, he met me a virgin. That was the only character, that's the only thing she can say about herself. Now, have you known, let me give you buy a brand new car. You use it and you return it because you don't like it. But nobody had driven it before. Does that mean the car is good? I was looking at the statistic in Europe about first week returns of brand new clothes. That is, people who bought brand new clothes that they saw they loved, wore it the first week, they returned it. It constitutes over 30% of online clothing purchases. That is a significant portion of consumers, up to 95%, returned what they got. It shows you that the fact that nobody has worn it does not make it good. So you should look for character. Virginity exists only for a night. Character is for a lifetime. So men that, she's a virginity is not virtue. It is good. It may show that the person is able to restrain themselves. It may show that, for, like me, doctrines of religion, for whatever reason, virginity is just good morals for you to say, okay, I will not sleep with anybody. But if unfortunately the person is raped now or sexually molested, does that mean the person is bad? My point is not to disprove or to abuse virginism. It is to tell you that it is not what you check out for marriage. Oh, she's a virgin. Not at all. This gentleman, after 11 years of marriage, and I asked him, why did he marry? He said, because she was a virgin. Their problem started on the wedding day. Wedding day. And then, wedding night, he now found out that it was a lie. A lot of people have fallen under this virginity trap. That is those that lied with it. The second one, because the person is a virgin, you say, oh, I want to save it to marriage. You say, no, let me try to do something right. And then married night, come. Nothing like virginity there. What would you now say? Would you return her? Say, I was deceived into marriage. Why? Because virginity is not what you should be looking for. It is her character. Second is age. People falsify. I told you of my friend. He lived in my house for 5 years. Got married to this fantastic woman. I didn't even know when he got married. But on her 40th birthday, he now wanted to do a surprise party. Went, called her friends. They told them to keep quiet, and then had planned a surprise birthday. Now he looked that, okay, he has invited everybody. Okay, who should he? He just said, let me invite her mother. Now called her mother to come to Lagos. So mama, we're having it. The mother was like, that she's tired. That what's going on now? What is that? He said, no, mama, you have to come. But this time, we'll lodge you in the hotel, and then I'll send the car to pick you. The mother said, what is it? Now said, it is her daughter's 40th birthday now. So the mother said, which daughter? Said, what do you mean that? Which daughter? My wife now. The mother said 40. 40 kwa. That their third born is 41. And she is the firstborn. How can the third born be older than the firstborn? It was that day he found out that his wife was 46. Older than him. He was so confused because even her driver's license had 40. Her passport had 40. He confronted her. And she said, 40, 46, what's the difference? What is it? She was so nonchalant about it. And he was like, are you crazy? Why would you lie to me? He said, okay, I'm 46. The marriage was not the same again. In fact, if I tell you the story, that was one of the saddest marriages. She ended up poisoning him.
Oh.
I think I brought him here one time to share the story. I brought him here. It was COVID that saved his life because they rushed him to treatments in Lagos State did not work. They rushed him to Abuja, and then COVID struck, so he could not come back. It was in Abuja that he now started getting better because the wife had been adding a portion of poison to his meal, systematically killing him. Why? Because she wanted to travel out with the child, with another man. Let us leave that. The third is wealth, status, where people lie about their status. You see them, big boy, big girl. That's why I don't even see the first when White House used to exist at that time in Yaba Sabo. Anybody I date, our first date is at a booker. Not coming to take me to, don't let me start mentioning all this expensive, because I don't have anything against them. But the first, your date is not a display of wealth, it's a display of you companionship, friendship. You go there, we eat eba, amala, with, we go and sit down in I don't try to, I say there's this amala, I take you to see. And the first thing is I watch how you react. And, Some people say, what kind of place is this? What? And I'm looking at them. I say, you see pots of goat head, cow leg, everything. I say, what kind of place is this? Is all the people, because you will see even bankers coming there with their ties. So everybody queuing up, and say, because they should have taken me to sweet something, this one, and that will be the end of it. I say, so you can't eat here? Especially when I know that it is not as if you are that wealthy. It is not as if you are Dangote's daughter or something. So I'm asking that, is it that you don't know how to eat this area? And that will just be it. Because when that happens, I start low and then take you high, but not start high, because one day you might lose your job, or things might go down, and that woman who married you because you were high, now you now start saying, no, me, I can't stay, or then you now see that she starts disrespecting you in your low times. Why? Because you married with all this showing that you're a big boy. I don't even do that. First date is always, in fact, after that, there was a lady that, after that first date, anywhere we go, she would always insist that we go back to that White House at that time. Then there's one Olaiya in Surulere. We sit down and, I really loved that, because she was so down to it. We were just, but when you come, you always start low. Don't go to Chinese, go to Italian, and I'll just be looking, okay, no problem. If you can afford it, but may all be well with you forever. Because you need to know how your person behaves in wealth, how your person behaves in little. A liar, please do not. The moment you see that this person lies, it is not the work of the devil. It is not a spiritual problem that you will pray that a liar becomes someone who suddenly and magically starts telling the truth. You run. Sociologists believe it is a mental health issue, that it is dissociative, it is a psychological disorder. When you just lie, what do you do? My firm just, I have, everybody has their own company. I'm a CEO, and everybody, and when you let us see the account of the CEO, let us see the business of the CEO, nothing. I'm into partnership with Lagos State. I'm building some. They just come with some lamba for you. It's lambatious. And you say, he's a big boy. There was one that I would even tell you, a girl who was dating this guy, and one day a gentleman with a big jeep started coming, and will come lofty. You go and visit, so they owned a duplex with a BQ at the side, and eventually left her long-term boyfriend from the guy that had better. So they got married, and then one day this man now tells her that they have to move to the BQ for just about 2 weeks, that his uncle is coming into town from the US, because the man, when he was young, did everything, and whenever he travels out, the man puts him in the house. He wants him to, and the wife was like, we'll go to BQ before. Okay, the man insisted, and they tidied the house, a duplex. So we moved to the BQ. There was a guest room there. They went to the BQ, and the uncle came, and the uncle would just, take the car. And one day the wife wanted to go to the market and needed the car, so she just took the car and went to the market, and the uncle wanted to go out, and he did not find the car. She brought it back dirty, and the uncle did not like, and was like, that the wife did not even tell. And the wife she had now had it, and said, we gave up the house for you, went there, that I will not be able to drive car again. Then the husband just prostrated and said, sorry, that she does. It was that day she found out that the house belonged to the uncle, the car belonged to the uncle, but the uncle is abroad. So whenever he comes to Nigeria, maybe once in 2-3 years, the boy was just the caretaker. So she found out that nothing belonged to the guy. She now started saying, I left somebody that had a job, who just didn't have this much money, for somebody that everything was a screensaver. You know what screensaver is? When you press enter, the whole screen clears. You now see the true liars. You have to check out what people are telling you in relationships, because they This is very ridiculous. They create stories to get into a relationship with you. Tell you how bad their family treated them, how their father had money and they lost all the money. You know, they just create one Nollywood drama to get into a relationship with you. And say, and he comes from a rich home. Or, you know, it is his mother, his sisters, those people, they made him do this, they took everything, but the guy had nothing, has nothing, and will have nothing, because anything on lies is nothing. So let me stop here. It's already 40 something minutes. This is a character trait to avoid. Liars, you have to check out everything you are told. Some of them did not even go to school. They will tell you they are doctor. They are. It is well with us, Emmanuel.
All right, Lagos. Are we opening the phone lines now?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's supposed to also be for questions and answers. And please let people who haven't called before, you know, not the usual. Please don't call to greet. When you call, let it be that you have an issue, or let it be that you have an experience. You understand? Don't just call without nothing to say, you know, or you just, yeah, let's have very serious issues here. Thank you very much.
All right, Lagos, numbers to call 0201-277-0993. Mail only line 0201-277-0993. Female only line 0201-465-7190. 0201-465-7190. And then we have a WhatsApp number. You can send us your messages 080-959-758-05. 080-959-758-05. Lagos, we're ready for your questions. Hello, good morning. Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from? All right, go ahead.
My marriage having a bit of issue. What actually happened is that my wife is having a disagreement with my family, but myself and my wife we are not really fighting. But she's having an issue with my family. But now my family reached out to me and said it's a sign of disrespect because I'm still catering for her and the children, and I've not allowed her to come and say sorry. It means that okay, she feels okay. She married the husband and not the family, so she will not come and apologize. But during the summer holiday, she told me that okay, I should give her money to dress lesson fee.
Please, you have to hurry up. What exactly is the point? Your wife was disrespectful to your family.
Exactly. So
can you say something she did? Could you just, you know, what was it? Was it an argument? Did she push someone? Did she curse someone? What was the disrespect? Fought. Was it physical or verbal? Can you speak louder, please? It was physical. Are they your older sisters or your younger sisters? Older or younger than you? What could cause that? What would make your siblings get into what would cause that? Can you speak louder, please?
And I have my own home in another flat. So my wife and my mom, they had a misunderstanding that metamorphosis to the other family, my extended family, to know about it. So when they came around, she had a physical contact with them. They had this fight. So, and she was like, I can't stay in this house anymore. So you need to go and get an apartment for me outside of this place. And I built it. I was not standing on my ground. I can't do that. So she left because I have 3 kids already. She left with 2. One was with me.
Okay, sir. Can I ask, within her and your mother, who did what? Was she disrespectful to your mother? You are now an impartial. Was she disrespectful to your mother? Okay, so what did you do about it when you found out that your wife was disrespectful to your mother? What did you do about it? Settle it how?
Conversations.
Did she apologize to your mom? Your wife did not apologize to your mom, and you did not either. Okay, did your wife apologize? And that is okay by you?
Because of what had happened, they had a fight.
Okay, because nobody will stand for anybody to disrespect their mother. Have you reported this to your wife's parents?
Yes, I did. They were forthcoming.
They were supporting their own daughter.
That why would I allow my sister to have a fight with her and all that?
Okay, okay. What about your mother? Your mother, what did they say about the disrespect to your own mother? What did her mother say? So did her mother come to your house to make sure that her daughter, to settle it between her daughter and your mother? She did not. Okay, what do you want me to do for you, sir? The mother refused to come. Okay, it shows maybe why the daughter also refused to apologize. What do you want me to do for you, sir? If you are wrong that your wife packed out after insulting your mother and fighting with your sisters. Did you hear me?
All right, we have to go on a break. Please stay on the line.
A moment.
Want to know if you're wrong?
Let me just you guys. So,
Barrister, come.
Go ahead.
On 99.3 Nigeria Info, your mic is always on. Let's talk. 99.3
99.3.
Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
we record, you decide. Topical conversations that matter to you.
There are people for personal, religious, whatever reasons who do not want to take a vaccine. And I think they have the rights.
They cannot go to not to stop insecurity. It's to force people to take vaccine. Let them come and kill me. I can never take it.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Ninety-nine point three
99.3.
Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Whether you're listening to your number one talk station or the radio station of the year, they are both one and same. It's 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Yes, we're still here, 99.3 Nigeria Info. This is Relationship 360. We have Barrister Olumide here, right here with us. Where you have to respond, to the question.
I'm looking forward to respond, Emmanuel. So
take
first,
it easy.
Okay. First of all, I would imagine myself. My son marries a woman, and the woman disrespects me, and then my son is not able to caution his wife the fact that I'm living in their house, and my other children come and intervene, and then the wife fights physically, and my son is wondering if he did the right thing. Jokingly, I would.
But he apologized on behalf of his
No,
wife.
no. The right thing is to bring his wife to apologize. Do you understand? When I was growing up, when I made a mistake or disrespected somebody, my father would take me to the person and make sure I prostrate to apologize.
Mm.
That is one of the reasons some of us live long, because some people will say, hey, you did that, and they will takasi. You know what that means? That is, and they'll go and do something to ensure
Yes,
that child does
you will
not
see.
live long. Yes, you will see, or something. So an apology is to prevent future, what I call is revenge. You know the Chinese, I will revenge. An apology is to quell the matter. After an apology, if anybody goes into retaliation, even the gods will not support.
True.
And then my son is wondering if he did the right thing. You know, jokingly, I would ask for a DNA report. Are you sure you are my son? Then the person who my son married has a mother who also did not deem it fit to come after you heard that your daughter insulted your father or mother-in-law. You did not come to make sure, to make peace by ensuring that your daughter apologizes. I think you have a problem, sir. And that problem is in your home. If she takes the children or two of the children, it's something you can easily settle in court. The children are not to be used as crossfire. The children are not a retribution for marital disputes. If she goes, let her go. But on that one, I will stand with the family. I had to ask, was she wrong? Because it's not a fact that one for work back by Eloju, that is, they are using the fact of age to now oppress your wife. But your wife was wrong. And then further wrong by engaging in fisticuffs with the sister. Why didn't she just call you, their brother, that see what your sisters are doing? It shows, no. Sir, very out of it. Please, let's go on.
All right, numbers to call 0201-277-0993. 0201-277-0993. And female only line 0201-465-7190. If you're having any challenge with any of the numbers, please call either ones. We'll take your calls. 0201-465-7190. And WhatsApp number is 080-959-75805. Hello, good morning. Sorry, you just have to call us back. There's a network challenge there. Hello, good morning. Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Please, go ahead, please. But you have 1 minute, please. You have 1 minute.
Today I decided to call because when the guys are talking about lives in marriage and things like that, when I was about to marry and I met a woman, the only thing that she agreed to marry me was that she asked me a question and I answered her, and she went out and found out that what I said was right. So when a family member said no, that I will not marry their daughter and so on, she said, I have found someone I want to marry. And she told me that this is the reason. She didn't specifically told me exactly what the question she asked and I answered. So she has passed away. But she said because I told her the truth. That is the only thing that she hold on till the last time she left this world. Thank you.
Thank you very much. When you find someone who tells you the truth, that is the rarest gem. Hold on to them. The person that you know that you can't be perfect. They can't be 100% perfect. But someone who is truthful, someone who tells you the truth. Unfortunately, a lot of our women don't like hearing the truth. They like those ones that spin bobo. Don't let me start.
All right, let's take more calls. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from, sir?
Yeah,
afternoon. I'm calling from Atlanta.
All right, go ahead, please.
Yes. Yes, talking about anything that lies of it. I have a friend, a girl I coach. On the particular front I coach her, they just look. She started this thing there with her life. And I can just lie for just no reason. First of all, she told me she has a very big satin shop. In the particular place, she has so many apprentices working for her. Later on, I found out that that story was actually cooked. She doesn't know how to make it, but she doesn't have a son. Secondly, she told me about the father of her baby. The story she told me entirely was totally different from what I actually discovered from my mom later on. So, during the long run, everything about her was just a lie. So I just decided that she was not at all the type of guy I can just set my life with. So I don't have to go let her behind there.
Thank you. I think you saved your own life. I don't understand how people. I don't even need a lot of lies. I just need to catch 2-3 lies. That's it. I confront you. You lie about this. You lie on important things. A lot of people after marriage find out that their spouse they have children outside, or they gave birth. There was one that even they had a lot of issues during the first year of their marriage, that the husband would go and report to the father, only for one time the father, that is the one who handed her out in marriage, now told him, he said, well, I'm not her father, that her father is in Ibadan. How do you people's problem? He said, you are not the father. The woman introduced somebody else. Because the parents were poor, she now went to rent somebody else to stand as her father. It was that day, almost 1 year after marriage, that he found out that the people who came as father-in-law and mother-in-law are not even related. They met in Lagos. And she told those ones too that her parents are dead.
I believe this question comes off the conversation you had about virginity. This person is asking, he said, does it mean that it is okay to have sex during courtship? If yes, why? If no, why?
See, what is it okay to eat food in the morning? If yes, why? If no, why? You are not to control anybody. If anybody wants to have sex, that's their problem. Why would I be asking if yes, why? If no, why? It is a personal decision, not my decision.
Okay, Atanga from Moe says most of the ladies like lying. They don't believe in people who tell them the truth. That's why most men are lying in order to get what they want.
You see, because somebody likes lies, you now become a liar. It shows that even your character is not straight. You can't make me a liar to date you. And at the end of the day, the person you are lying to is not even up to you. Do you understand? You are lying to someone who is not above you. It's below you, either in status, in education, in wealth, in whatever.
And there's no point.
There's no point.
Something from Aboyaya says, Barrister is on point this morning. In 2023, I met a girl I wanted to marry. She lied with her age. She told me she was 23 instead of 32.
Yeah.
I found out because her younger brother goes to the same school with my elder brother, so she started begging, but I left. But
10 years.
23 instead of 22. That's
no. Maybe she didn't write it right.
Maybe.
23, 32. 10 years. You would even notice when you start hanging out. You see, that's why I tell people, you have to date your person with their friends. You must meet their friends. When he meets the friends, he will see that all the friends are so much older than he is. The way they will talk. When they say, oh, they finished from this school, at what year they finished, you will know that you are in Disneyland.
This person here shares a very bad encounter. He said, Barrister, good morning. I appreciate your lectures. I've learned a lot. My mom is a pathetic liar and very proud. In fact, my beloved father died heartbroken. I've never had a good relationship with her because of her treacherous character, just trying to protect my mental health. But my people keep telling me that no matter what, she's my mother. It has gotten to a point that our children are scared to eat her food so as not to get poisoned. She's terrible and highly self-centered.
Well, Peleo, that's really, wow, that is strong those words are strong for a mother. However, the truth is the truth. If that is how she is, then you know your boundaries.
Before we go to the phone lines, Harry from Sulere also have a very terrible story to tell as well. A sad story, I would say. He said, my wife lied about her genotype. When the first thing I told her was about myself, after telling her my name, I told her my genotype is AS. Today we are paying for it.
You should have stopped reproducing. The same thing that happened with Gift. If you remember the story of Gift, the woman was the Gift is SS. The wife was AS. Told the husband to check. The husband said it was AA. I had another one, Madam Chinyere, one of the people we rescued, that one of the daughters was defiled. Until her children started dying, and the husband kept saying it is a spiritual matter. They buried the first one, they buried the second one. They were not, it was like the story of the Abiku, which was simply sickle cell. Until they had to take, one of church members had to take out that they must do this test. And that was when they found out that the husband knew that it was AS. And it had just been sickle cell. People that lie about this, I just don't understand.
Just so sad. We have more men coming out to speak about
lies.
Please, let's go to the phone lines. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, ma. How are you, ma? Is it me or the voice is very low?
The voice is low.
Madam Inkem, your voice is very low.
Can you hear me now? This lying of a secret you are talking about. I believe nobody can make me a liar. If I must lie to get what I want, that means I'm irresponsible. I don't really know what I want, self. So, do you know that so many girls lie only to get expensive things from guys? Only to get expensive gifts from guys. Because they'll be like, if I lie to them, anytime I'm doing something, celebrating my birthday, anytime I want something, if they want to give me, they will look at me as an expensive lady. So but that is not the real thing that you're supposed to be doing. Because once you enter the marriage that you are going into, it will still put you inside trouble. So we need to stop lying. Thank you so much, sir, for all the lies that you are putting in front of us.
Thank you very much, man. I was just laughing. Even women are tired of women lying. I dated a girl one time that we did her birthday twice in the year. She just said, it's my birthday this month or so, So whether she had forgotten that she had already told me earlier in the year that it was, she just told me around October that, so how are we going to do this? Because, apart from Christmas, it's also her birthday. I had to go into our chat.
Maybe she liked the feeling.
I was like, birthday, how many times were you born? Did you come again? As in, and she said, what do I mean? I said, didn't you do birthday that I sent them? She now laughed, and that was just the end. You don't me. It is over. It is done. Once I see that, how can you use bed twice in 1 year?
We have a caller on the line. Hello, good morning.
How are you, sir?
I'm fine, sir. My name is Emeka. I'm calling from Kingsway. I'm not the first time caller.
Go ahead.
I'll be getting lucky. You see, the person I want to marry lie for me. Say that you want to open a business center. They want to open a business center. I go to borrow money, join my own, carry and give am. Do you know, say, after some weeks, this woman run from, that the shop, you carry life for myself. That shop, you don't rent am. Now, landlord is still get a shop. When I go that place I had, they say, no, rent the shop, they tie the money, go. You can't come back again. Can't see me say, like that place, this one, because I want marry am. Now I just carry my hand, wash her for water, say, I beg, I don't want to.
Now God will save me to that. For picking for me, said, now the same thing. I just dey get the lucky. That is not today. I just dey get the lucky. They will tell me something, and that thing will not be the truth. If I start to find out, I will see that this is error. First one, I get the hit. Second one, I get the hit. They will tell me their age. And that one they gave me, tell me age. But when I look at you, tell me about the head, that were center head of women. So when he back, so I come and look the center of the head, I see white there. I say, this one I lie. Now I take wrong. I don't know.
Excuse me, please come and teach me center head. What is that?
From that woman that used to call. So he explained it since that time. He entered my head. Even if he tell me it be 5 years, I will make sure that I see center of your head. If I get white there.
It is well. You know, some people have white hair from Kekere from their youth.
No, if you get white hair, I don't see small pikin where they get back here before small pikin get white hair. The guy has a white hair will not be thicker.
Thank you very much. I have fallen off my chair. I don't think I can make a sensible point.
We still have more.
Oh,
Barrister, we
my
have a question
God.
here. This person is anonymous. He says, I'm presently dating a lady at work who all she asks for is sex and money. She's a single mother and claims she's always in need of financial help. Now, I really like her, but she can be very unfriendly with her words, even when I try to correct her, and we hardly go a week without misunderstanding. What do I do?
Is there a glue to the woman? As in, is she the only one? You have already said reasons why you should not be with her, but you are saying you really like. Not a week goes by, you are already in one fight and you want to marry. Okay, move on now. Move on. Do you know there are over, in this Lagos state, almost 7 million women. And you just want to die on one.
Is it the same frustration you're expressing? Is the same one that this caller from Bega is expressing? He say, I can't just imagine the first caller. Please, why are men so weak these days? A woman was rude to your family, refused to apologize, and you're here calling Barrister Olumide for what, please?
No, I even had to understand the scope. Whether, they were oppressing the wife and one day the wife just no agree again. But that wasn't the case. It is well. Oh, after you, sir.
This is Tumi Singh from Sudere says, the first fight I had with the woman I was dating, who is now my wife, was over her lies. In the car, whilst driving after one impossible lie, in disbelief over the lie, I told her that, babe, you shall be lie, sha. And to my surprise, she started hitting the dashboard and screaming, don't ever tell me that I lie. Don't ever tell me that I lie. 20 years later, I still haven't gotten over that outburst from her, despite being in the wrong. Another time when I asked why one of her name is Tokumbo, she lied that she was born in Germany, only for the younger sister to tell me later when I stylishly asked that she was born in Sierra Leone. Not that I cared, but why lie? Then
you chose to marry
Then he said, then she also lied that she was a virgin. Not that I cared about that either, until we had sex this first time, and then you can imagine the rest.
And then
we are on daytime radio.
Third Mainland Bridge.
He was just there. Let's put it like that. Fast forward many years after marriage, the lies continue down.
Well, lies never end. That is one thing you should understand. You think you've had it bad, lies integrate. They never end. You that think, oh, maybe one day they will stop lying. No, one day they are lies.
And he says,
oh my God.
He said the situation scarred him. The marriage crashed 6 years ago now, but he's scared to get a new woman now.
Because you allowed the old one to scar you. The signs were there. See, There are people all over. Don't allow one to scare you with their malicious lies and all that. Once you see it, leave it. Date people. I didn't say sleep with people. Date. If 5 men ask for your number and you see, okay, 5, give them. You are not in any relationship with anybody. Check them out. Oh, I want to take you out to lunch. Would you be free? Okay, no problem. You go. With your own hands, you will start cutting them. This one, any woman that passes, you just be looking. Look, this one argues to. You will start cutting them with your. You have to have options, not to come and die on somebody. I don't understand.
Before we go on the break, this question is very important. Now, this woman is asking. She says, "My husband beat me. So my mom insisted that he signs an undertaking in the police station never to touch me again. He did, but he was angry and said my mom didn't ask after his welfare. Neither does he want to know anything about her. He said this to me. What do I do?"
You wait until he beats you again. You see, I told you that one abuse. It was your mother that had to come and intervene and take you to the police station. You could not do that for yourself. Now your mother has become his enemy. What you should have done, a step you should have taken. How do you make an excuse? You are beating my daughter, and I should be asking about the welfare of the person that is beating my own daughter. The person would already be dead. It's not even possible. My own daughter. So I'll be asking, so how are you? How is that hand you used to slap her? I hope it's not paining you. It's better. It's not swollen. Madam, your question should be, when should you be leaving, not what should you do?
This person here says, "Good morning. I have a brother who lied and got married. But when the wife got to know, I was called upon and I told my brother the truth. Lie about age, school, family background. My brother does not want to talk to me because I told him the truth. He says I am not in support of him. Now the wife has filed for divorce."
Well done. The heavens are applauding you. You don't be part of any plot to lie, to fraudulently. Now there are things I must. Okay, let me. I will put that. Please remind me that there's something I want to say about people that find out lies after marriage, not before marriage. It's after they married they now found out. I will talk to you about that. So let's go to the phone lines, please.
Phone line 0201 277-0993. We have less than a minute, so you have to wrap it up quick. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. You have 1 minute. Yes,
Good morning.
Good morning.
Madam Gladys. Move on, please.
Yeah, I was so lucky because years ago,
I
accepted. No, I'm moving out. Like they say.
Oh yeah.
So eventually, I don't find out that it's a pathetic lie. I forgot to say, okay, he tells me I'm going to America. Do you know he's not in America? He's in Japan. We are not even married there. So there was a day he was over in Nigeria. Never told me he was in Nigeria. I was driving past Island. I saw side view look so much like him. And the person entered the police station. I drove into the police station. When I came out, do you know it was this same person that traveled and arrived for like days? I was not aware of. But I just said hello, to sure that he saw me and I drove off. I now started counting the lies with those too many. I was like, how can I get married to such person and have my peace of mind? I thought this awful. I have to call it off. It's a lie. Probably you have seen somebody come back. I said, whatever you are saying, you know that you are a pathetic liar. I cannot condone that. I ended it. He kept begging.
Well done. Well done. Well done.
So I didn't remember when I got married. Do you know he called at 2 a.m. in the morning? My line, 2 a.m. The minute I heard the voice, I said, hold on, I give the call to my husband.
We have to go on the break.
More talk. Sports after this.
Omo, you dey find where you fit bet sharply.
Hello? Hello? What's the please can? Lagos, we're back. This is 99.3 Nigeria Info, and of course, this is Relationship 360. Barrister Olumide is here and is taking all of your questions, providing answers to them. I have this message from Festus from Martin. If you're just joining us, we're having conversation about lies, and then you can call us and send in your questions as well, even though they're not related to the topic we're speaking on. Festus from Matan says, my friend was dating a lady that lied that her father died, and she needed 150K to travel home for his burial. Eventually, we discovered she lied to extort my friend. He was about marrying her, and that incident saved my friend from his scandal wife.
That one is very serious. That one is very serious. That your father died, you're using death as but you see, lies just evolve. They boil. They keep getting hotter and hotter because you need another lie to support this other lie. So it's like you are putting lies on fire. They don't. Lies are very polygamous. They have extended family. You cannot say one lie, and that's the thing about truth. One truth, you don't need. It doesn't need support. It stands on its own.
This is Adolf, and Adolf say, why are we trusting women? Everything about them depicts lies. From their hair, their eyelashes to boobs and butt, everything is mostly false. So why are we trusting them right now?
It goes both ways. But my rent is due. I need to pay. It's just. So please marry within your social circle. Don't within your social circle and stop all these jobless. I'm still getting there. Going with these jobless people. You're always going to pay for this. You're always going to pay for that. You're always going to do this. It's just ridiculous. Let's move on, please.
There's this question here. This is anonymous, and it says, my wife told me she was a virgin before we got married. He said, not like I cared, but when we had sex, no blood came out, and I didn't ask her until after marriage, and she said it's not all women that have blood discharge during the first sex. Please, barrister, is this true? Not like I care.
Then so if you don't really care, let's also not care.
But he wants to know.
No, he doesn't really care.
He needs answers.
He can easily get a doctor.
He wrote all of those things.
This is a professional question. I am not a professional in this virginie or a medical doctor. In fact, I have never done that in my life. So you need a medical doctor. But I can tell you for a fact that it is painful. It requires a lot of force. I have some people that came to it took the husband 3 weeks to disvirgin the wife. 3 weeks is not something that you like a pup, you just. So if it was that easy, ask a doctor.
This one here says, Double G from the UK says, my younger sister called off her traditional wedding on the exact day of the wedding in 2004 with most guests already seated. One of her aunts who came in from the UK for the wedding was the one who alerted us that she knows my sister's groom and that she used to be colleagues with his wife in the UK. She was alarmed to find out that he was the groom that she was looking forward to meeting. Apparently the guy had 3 kids as well, and he was not even divorced from his wife. My dad was enraged and he felt empowered to act on the deception when my sister said she was not going to go ahead with the ceremony. The guy had lied to her throughout the entire relationship, and his plan was to marry her and keep her in Nigeria as wife number 2. That's Double G from the UK.
And some people will say, no, we've already gotten too close. What would you? And let me just, that's how you
to save face.
To save face. Thank you. That woman she deserves a beer.
Hello, good morning. All right, please turn down the volume of your radio. I'm taking your calls now. Hello?
Is it better now?
No, reduce the volume, please.
Entirely, please.
Absolutely.
The radio is completely put on.
Thank you. Please go ahead.
Go ahead, please.
First of all, thank you very much for this education we've been getting for years now. I'm very grateful.
Thank you, sir.
And then before I forget, please, how do I volunteer for Gnosis Initiative? I want to be part of that.
Oh, fantastic. Please just send me a text after with your name, or WhatsApp with your name, your WhatsApp number, and where you live, as in local government area you live.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
You know, this month of life, I thank you very much. It's hurting, all right? But the beautiful thing is that at any point you discover that this is who the person is the best that you part with. I lost someone who I was heavily invested in that would have been my wife. But because of this thing, series of lies, one following another, eventually liar you forget the previous lie told at a later date. You will not remember that this is the particular thing, lie that was put forth before. That is the funny thing about the lies. It hurts, but it's not something that one should take for granted. You don't build a house that is built on false foundation will never last. That is just it. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate it.
All right, Barrister.
No, go. Next
You
one.
want to take more calls? Okay, so Barrister, please. There are people who are misogynist, and they are in pain, but will never leave. Complain to all and sundry, but will fight to remain in there.
We wish them all the best. I don't waste my time anymore.
They rely that religion, society, family, and children are their reasons to stay.
Let them stay, so they can't complain.
Well, we have a message here. Okay, so they say, good morning, sir. My brother, when he wanted to get married, one of his friends told me that he wants to join his wife in our own house. When they marry, when I confronted him, he said to me that I was. Okay, so I am not really understanding anymore. Let me go to the phone lines, please. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Please turn down the volume of the radio. Turn it off completely, please. All right.
Yes, sir. We can still hear ourselves, though.
Okay, I'm going away. You see one thing about women. My name is Dakman. I'm calling from Lekki.
All right, please go ahead.
Women don't like you.
We cannot separate lies from women. If you tell women the truth, they can never take it serious. So they like lies. And this happened to me in so many occasions. If you tell a woman, this is what I have, or this is come let us manage it, the woman can never take you serious. But if you lie to them.
Yeah, thank you. But if you lie to them, they will take it.
Does he lie to them?
Me, I don't just have time. I'm not even good at.
The funny thing about lies is that you keep piling it up. So you lie that you're going somewhere. You have to lie that you've gotten there. You have to lie about the activity you are doing there.
Exactly.
And you have to lie about when you're coming back.
Eventually, you have to put off your phone so that the lies after some time, until they tell you to put it on video call.
You get I
can't hear you. I can't. The network. You have to. Lies are like a pot of stew. That is on fire. It just keeps bubbling, and it gets worse.
And let me tell you the truth. Honestly, I was expecting that we'll have more women calling and sending us messages.
More men have married.
Honestly,
and a lot of women have married lies. So a lot of women have married lies.
But I expected them to call.
Maybe they are calling. Maybe the female line.
Yes, the female line. But I did say that anybody can call.
Anybody can call. Maybe
because
let's just take
it looks like we're having more men coming out to say, "Oh, women did this, women did that." Hello, good morning. Sorry. We're still here taking your calls. Number to call 0201 277 0993. Male and female 0201 277
we have just one more call to go.
0993. Let me take your call. Hello, good morning. Hello. Good morning.
Please, could you go ahead? All right, sir. Go ahead, sir. Oh, amen.
Now, we will talk about lies. Nigeria was built on the foundation of lies. And since the fall of Nigeria, they've been lying to us, our government have been lying to us. So the lies are in our blood in Nigeria. Lie works very, very well in Nigeria, more than the whole world. In Nigeria, we love lies because our government have been lying for us. Our leaders.
They're lies. Okay. So we have now carried the lies, and we have now become. See now. You see, they say when you roll in the mud with pigs, you become like a pig. So we have rolled in the mud with lies. So we have become liars. Show me your country, and I will tell you who you are. Show me your country. All right. Thank you, sir.
We have a message here, and this one is funny because it's a question and I really like you to answer to. So today's topic reminds me, this is Okpela for sure from Ago, and he says, today's topic reminds me of coming to America. The rich guy lied to a lady that he was poor, but the lady later discovered that he was from a wealthy family. This is a good lie, but despite that, she was not happy. So, barrister, in this kind of situation where a rich guy just lies about himself,
there was a reason. He didn't want her
money to be
the focus. And I would, if I'm dating someone I think is ordinary, I would also appreciate you know, although I may not, but that won't be the cause because it was on a good premise. Rich people cannot find love. Everybody would want to marry you once you know your worth. So once they know your worth, so people have to underpeg. And that is the funny thing about life. Poor people are pretending to be rich. Rich people are pretending to be poor. Okay.
It's just a sign. Barrister, go ahead.
Yes. I wanted to talk about those who discovered the lies after marriage. There is what you call obtaining by false pretenses. A lot of people who have lied, and the moment you find out that it is a lie, you have every reason legally to leave. Because if you had known the truth, the question is, would you have still married this person? But if someone had to lie, that is fraud, to get you into a state of marriage, and then after marriage, you now discover their character. They now show you their character because now this is who they are. You have every reason to leave because you were deceived. It was deception. It is fraud. A lot of people know if you know this about them, but they want to get married knowing that in Nigeria, marriage is a chain that binds you. Once they can just marry you like this, bam, it is over. But when people know that whether marriage or not, once I discover your lies, it is over, then they would not, it will no longer be a worthwhile venture. But you make it so, and your churches, your homes, your Oloriebi will say, we have married. No, you did not marry. You were deceived. You people should understand the meaning of deception. If it were money, you will go to the police. Why wouldn't the Oloriebi tell you that, okay, it's just 100 million. You have paid it, let us move ahead. But when you tell them, about 100 million, it is the Oloriebi himself that will run to the police station. But then, is 100 million naira more important than the life of a person? You find out after marriage that he is not who he says he is. She is not who she says she is. When everybody starts knowing that virginity, and we see that you are not a virgin, it is over. Your office, somebody told the wife that he worked in an oil company. Apparently, his oil company was that he was selling oil, vegetable oil.
Wait. The oil company he says he works with.
You see him, vegetable oil. That he was with his vegetable oil. She found that he was he knows how to dress. He looked and then afterwards found out that he was selling vegetable oil.
But he didn't lie though.
Yes, but it was intentional play on words. Because you could have
just assumed.
No, you could have put vegetable oil. And what is an oil company? Is it Kings? Those people that make it, would they refer to themselves as an oil company? They wouldn't, because they are not an oil company. When you are talking of oil companies, you are talking of those that exploration of crude oil. But then it was a play on words. The woman did not really care. She just wanted to know that he was gainfully employed. But he kept saying, you know, he works for an oil company. He had described one of his cars as an official car. But he works for himself and is not in an oil company, and that is not an official car. So he was just playing on words to get her to, and he wasn't even as educated, but he should have just come out clean. She just wanted to know that he had something doing, he had a means of income. So all these people that keep telling you things, playing on words, but that I told you, what did you tell me? You said this. Listen, just leave, Biko. Because this story will get worse. This story will always get worse. If I could get your consent by lying to you, that was not consent, that was deception. And every marriage based on deception. Deception. You find out after marriage that they have children outside. You find out after marriage that they were once married and it was an information that you did not know. You find out after marriage they are not as educated. You find out after marriage they are not virgins. Ladies and gentlemen, you now find out that they are abusive. They are abusive. They are violent. Their family is not what you... Ladies, those are grounds for divorce. Men, those are grounds for divorce. But, you know, you people like to suffer long. It is not long suffering. It is to suffer long. Mm-hmm. Then you now come out to me. A man called me and started telling me of... I just said, you know what, Oga? The first thing I will tell you now, go and do DNA test. Mm. So we want to fight for children. We must know that the children are yours. He said, I know that they are, it's just that second born that doesn't look. I say, go and do DNA test. But he is reluctant. He is reluctant. He was the one that discovered the text messages of love affairs during their courtship and a pregnancy that led them to quickly marry. And you see, when you discover, you are now coming 8 years after marriage that you discovered something in the first year of the marriage, and you now have 2 more children. Now why are you complaining? I just told him, I'm sorry, I can't help. You cannot facilitate a lie with knowledge. When you know about it, you facilitate it when you don't act. Then when you now have 3 children, you now find multiple different lies, now you are... My question is, didn't you know before? Mm. It is always ugly. Marriage to liars. It is always ugly because you cannot trust a word. Then you are now bringing up children who do not even know. You that are the mother and father of the children, you don't even know. Not to how. If you don't know, then how can your children know? Everything you people know is based on deception. Is based on lies. Your children, nobody is sure. Someone married, 40th birthday, it's now 46th birthday, found out that your wife is 3 years older than you. After, all these things should not be, you don't say, oh, let me just stay. When you choose to stay, you have lost right to what? To complain. Sure. So anybody that is there, don't call me and start saying you have lost the right to complain because you found out and you remained. Not only did you remain, you became fruitful. You kept reproducing in lies. For those that, thank you everybody. Let me move to, welcome to September, because the next time we'll meet will be September. September is a loaded month, but anyway, I think I got married in September. My wife's birthday is in September. My mother's birthday is in September. September is loaded. However, on the 27th of September, I will be launching my book titled Just Before You Say I Do. 27th of September. If you would like to be part of that, when they say book launch, it's not that you will come and you will buy one copy and say, that's not, you are retailers, you can wait outside. But we want to do we're going to do a book launch on the 27th of September. When I get a venue, well, if I can get a venue, because when I went around and I started hearing what venues are saying, I was thinking of converting my own house to, wouldn't it be cheap? Wow, what venues are saying is a spiritual matter now. But please be those that have been asking, those that have, somebody said pre-orders, those that might want yes, I have a pastor I would reach out to you. You have said you want to buy for your youth department and all that. I would start letting you know, but this is to let you all know that I will be launching the book on the 27th of December, especially for those in diaspora. I think we would have an online, we shall do our best. A team is being put together because I don't know anything about that. Yes, pre-orders welcome, all that. And then secondly, for those that might want to reach out to me, 0909 3214 942. 0909 3214 942. One more time, 0909 3214 942. Then all these programs, like what we have just spoken about, is available on my YouTube page. You can go to my YouTube page later this evening. It will be uploaded. That is the Gnosis Help Initiative on YouTube. GNOSIS, Gnosis Help Initiative. Please, these are things you should watch and you should send to people. That is your own ministry. If you say we have helped you, you've learned, why not share with others? Invite them to follow that page, subscribe to that page, and then share. Let people see and hear and understand you are saving lives. You can also follow me on my social media, on my Facebook page. That is Olumide Omoshebi or Barrister Olumide on Facebook. You see some of our video clips. Then please, for those, unfortunately, I told you about a case of a teenager that was defiled, and she got pregnant, and the father, the man that defiled her, found out, and then took her to a place to abort. And while they wanted to abort, the nurse there had also been raped by this gentleman and was also pregnant, the nurse in the clinic that they took him to abort. We had started the case, the man had been arrested, but 2 days ago, we lost the mother of this child. She was very young, and, it's just very painful. The matter is still in court, but now the girl has nowhere to go because, the mother has been single. She got, it's just a terrible thing. That really messed me up yesterday. For those that would like to support us and those that are supporting us, it will be fantastic. This is the kind of thing people should invest in as we are sharing this knowledge and going out to help victims of domestic violence and abuse and child sexual abuse. A lot of times we help in issues of child trafficking. We just recovered, so he would tell the story. I will bring him here to tell the story. We just recovered one child yesterday out of 3. Hopefully by next week we would have 2 other children recovered from wherever the family went to hide them. He has not seen his children, and lots of you are going through this. We help out in, please support us. I don't know how to market. If you are interested, please just send me a message that you would like to support, even if it is monthly. Some of you have been fantastic. Every month you send something to help. We need it to continue. So thank you very much once again, and God bless all of us. September is a loaded month. 27th of September, it is a Saturday, 2 p.m. When I get venue. If you have a venue that you might just want to give Barrister Olumide at a discount, please, Barrister Olumide is very interested, and this is fantastic. This book will change a lot of things. It took me 3 years to write this. So thank you very much. It will be my first book, and available whenever you want.
That's 9.3 Nigeria Info. We'll be right back.
That's the end of it.
Every day is about winning with one play on Nigeria Info. On Nigeria Info.
Sorry, I was checking this Lagos State Employment Service. Somebody says she needs part 2 on live.
Mr. Amasebi, Dr. Adedede. Dr. Adedede.
Good morning, sir.
Emmanuel, have you fired?
Sorry, sir. Let me just. I'm recording.
I'm not seeing you.
Good morning, sir.
I told that this girl yesterday.
Good morning, sir.
Have you cancelled the idea of my doing it?